only I had a better count. Oh, wait, I do.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. It's time for Sketching the Privateer, the story of America's pirate patriot, brought to you by me, Joe's Atmosphere. How you doing, guys? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well this Friday, Superman weekend. How many of you have seen it? Let me know in the chat. Vince, no spoilers. I know Vince has seen it, so. But anyway, how are you guys doing? It's good to see you. I'm kind of excited today. I got a little tip from a comic book professional this week. A guy named Gabriel L.T. He's worked with Ripa and Eric July, if you don't know who that is, on some stuff, but best known for working with the big companies, namely DC for sure. But I didn't know this until I watched the stream. I watched the stream for the first time the other day, and he was doing some really great, slick looking work. And I asked him about a pin, and I'm going to show it to you here in a little bit when I get the work here. It's by a guy named Clayton Henry. Apparently, he's a big time Marvel artist or something like that. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. Let's take a look here in the chat, see what's going on. Of course, Vince is here, and let me see. Do I have that on this? Yeah, I do. I've got his video now on this one. He says, "Heidi ho, all you nerds and nerdettes out there."
Womack, why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
It's good to see you, man. Let's see who else is in the chat. I think I saw Connie Cleary. There she is. It's good to see you. And also in the chat is Juliet. It's good to see you over there. We have friends from across the pond today, or probably tonight for them. But anyway, and Das Wolfen is here. I don't. Yeah, I do have his videos here. Let's see. I guess this is gonna be the one if he gets introduced.
What can I do?
That's Das Wolfen right there, the guy from Falling Down. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to try this pin out that I downloaded today. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get the Twitch up and running so I can bring that up. Let me see. I got to close this out. There's Twitch. Everybody's saying hi to everybody in the chat. Yeah, those of you that have seen Superman, what do you think of it? I'm going tomorrow. Of course, you guys know I've been telling you this for months. Me and my brother have seen every new iteration of Superman together. So it's hard to believe that it's been 11 years since Man of Steel. And that's the last time I took the drive over to Dallas to go to a movie with him. So we got that going on. I am going to, you know what? I do this for an hour before I go to work. So I'll be going to work tonight, or well, actually this afternoon about 4, a couple hours from now. And then I'll get off at 8 o'clock in the morning and I will head west on I-20 instead of east to go home. I will head west to go to Dallas. He's got us tickets for the afternoon, and then I'll drive back that day. I'm just going over there for the movie and then coming home. So yeah, it should be pretty cool, man. Let's get this Twitch stream going. Those of you that don't know, I run the raw feed for my iPad on Twitch because I'm cheap and I don't want to pay for the software it would take to the software it would take to get on my regular computer to run it direct. So I always run it through Twitch. So there's a little bit of a delay. It's not bad. Let's see. I think, is this the one? Let's see. Which one's my sketch one? There's my sketch one right there. Okay. So why do I not have any background there? What happened to my background? I tell you what, I'm going to stick to StreamYards until it's all over, but oh, I see what it is. It's full screen. Okay. It's not StreamYard's fault. But let me tell you, they've done some things that they think are better for us, and it's just made this tougher to do. So I really can't wait to go ahead and start the new software. I've already started working on it. I'm paying for it later on today. Going to start using the one that Brian uses, that 70s Rock fan. Let's go ahead and get the music going. You guys let me know if you can hear the music. Make sure it's not too loud where you can hear what I'm saying. You should be able to hear the music. Well, no, you should. Let me unmute. Okay, there we go. Now you should be able to hear the music. Let me know in the chat if you can hear the dulcet tones of Sharkin' for Pearls. And as our good friend Vince has already told you in the chat, Sharkin' for Pearls is available on all your favorite music platforms. That's Sharkin', no G, for Pearls. There you go. Yeah, me and my brother like to spell things a little bit weird because we're Southern, I guess. But anyway, let's see. They're all talking in the chat. Let's see. John says, thought I would pop in and say hi. It's a slow day at work. It's good to see you, man. Always good to see you. What about now, Vince? I see that it was muted, but is it muted still? Let me know if it's still quiet, because if it is, I'll just reshare. It's no big deal. Let me know in the chat. But anyway, okay, so we're getting close to releasing the Zero issue on Amazon, guys, for you to look at for free. Of course, you guys have seen all of this. It's other people that don't watch the show that will be seeing it for free, right? But this is the one we're currently working on. Okay. And if you look, I did a little bit of work with the new pin. You see how most of the work is done down here, right? That was with the old pins that I was using. Now, check out Homeboy's face here. That is with the new pin that I was introduced to by Gabe. Big Man Comics. Shout out to him. Let me go ahead and get the link in there so that you can add that to our list. Vince shouldn't be. You might be able to pull it up. If I know you, you'll pull it up before I can do it. But let me get this video going real fast. I do want to share with you the work we've done on this page so far before we get going here. Damn it. But I was playing around with it yesterday, and that is pretty cool. Let's see. There's video. Time-lapse replay. There we go. That's one thing I like about Procreate. You can actually show the work that you've done on it so far. But one thing I'm noticing, let's see, we got more comments down here. Let's see. He says, check on the sound. 555. What's the new pin? I'm fixing to show it to you, man. Let's see. Oh, my God. Yeah. Real Wade Nation comes in hot with you know what. You know what.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
It's good to see you, Real Wade Nation. Good to see you, man. He says hi. His birthday's coming up. His birthday's pretty close to mine. His is on the 22nd. Mine's on the 25th. So that's pretty neat. He says, I'm back. Let's see. Yeah, that's the Rippaverse links, but he's got his own comic company, man. Hang on, let's see. Big Man Comics, I think is what it's called. Let me make sure I got this right here. Yep, it's bigmancomics.com. That is it. Hang on a second. I'm going to put it in there for you guys. Copy. This is Gabe's site. He is actually going to be starting a campaign 2 days after. Hang on. Let me pull this over here. 2 days after Wade's birthday and 1 day before my birthday. He's going to start crowdfunding for his newest sci-fi epic, Empyrean. Illuminated. Earth Illuminated. It's a sci-fi thing. He's already got Tyrus up. And I did not know it, but he did the All-American Lawman with Dean Cain. He did that book. So definitely going to be directing people to get me some birthday gifts out of that right there. Let me tell you. But anyway, I just watched his stream for the first time the other day. And let me tell you, he was very helpful, very helpful. As a matter of fact, here, hang on 1 second. I'll show you. Hang on. There's Wade. What's going on, man?
I thought that OFG would get you to look in the background, but I guess, you're busy.
Hey, man, I'm producing at the same time I'm doing the show.
I know.
I don't have a producer. You know what I'm saying?
I never really did.
Anyway, yeah, you guys go check out Big Man Comics, dude. Gabe was really nice to me the other day when I was watching him on stream. We need more guys like him in the comic book space. There's a lot of guys just being really snippy and cutthroat with each other in the space, and it's just I'm not cool with that, but hey, whatever they want to do to get clicks, I guess. I don't know. I just like to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. My stream went down. Why? Because I didn't change my settings. Because I'm a cheapo. Well, what you got to do is when you're doing it this way with your iPad, you've got to put it on not going dark, if you understand what I'm saying. For energy, I've always got it set for 2 minutes, but I got to switch it over to never. And then I can restart the stream. Cancel and boom. And start.
I had a busy day.
Did you now?
No,
What were you doing?
not trying to get. I have 15 videos from now till the 25th of July.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's a lot, dude.
I
That
mean,
is a lot.
okay, hold on. Before you say that, it's one per day,
Yeah.
and they release at midnight. So I already have them all uploaded and ready. They're
Well,
just
that's
gotta
nice.
drop. So yeah, but I should
Very
have done yesterday, but I did a stream instead. So
Yep.
yeah,
I
last
hear you.
minute.
And it sounds like your phone's ringing.
Well,
Let's see.
it always
Yeah,
rings.
this is the video of what I've been working on, and I copied the helicopter and moved it over and did some work on that. Right, moved the tail in for a little bit different perspective. Got rid of one of the torpedoes because they dropped it. Right, that's what the flames are in that one part. Right, but
Yep.
with the new pin, you'll see that I worked on this guy's face right here. Whenever I get around to it here. It should be coming up pretty quick. Here, let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was working on her hair and everything, the horizon line and everything. Yeah. But this is going to make it a lot easier for me, guys, because you see how straight those lines are and how I have to draw them really slow to get them curved. This one right here flows like it's an actual pin. Hang on, you'll see when I draw it right here. I'm going to zoom in on the face because it's about, yeah. I was able to draw that in really fast, man. And yeah, I'm liking it. Now, that's not the detailed part. Whenever I do this, done, then you'll see the detail. See? So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to work on this fella and the rest of them. But one thing I'm noticing, I'm not doing enough work on the pencil sketches. That's for sure. Because when these guys get to the inking part, they've done a lot more detail on the penciling part. Hang on, let me show you. Right here. That's the extent of my pencils on this page. Well, you saw me when I first started doing this. Those figures were all way too big, so I had to bring them down in size. You see how I moved them around, made the space a lot bigger on the front of the boat by making them smaller, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do a lot more detail on their sketches before they even put the pen part down. So, I'm going to have to do that in the future. I'm going to have to work on that part of my game, which I can do the pencil stuff all day. It's just inking is new to me, man. I think the best I've done so far with the inking, I think, is probably this page right here because I wasn't afraid to use a lot of black. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Contrast in it. So, um, I think that's the best I've done with it so far. And I probably need to go in and get. I mean, I like how simple this one is, just because it's a small panel, but so you can see what it is. But that definitely improved the rest of this, though. That cockpit of the helicopter looks really great that way.
You know what I'm working on, Joe?
What's that?
You know what I'm working on?
What are you working on, man?
Thumbnail for the stream, the
Oh,
birthday.
what?
The birthday stream.
What about it?
The thumbnail. I'm
The
working on
thumbnail. Oh boy, thumbnails. I do all my thumbnails on my phone. I think I've told you that. I
No, I
don't
use
spend much
GIMP.
time on them. I really don't.
No,
It
I
doesn't take
really
me long to
don't.
make them.
I'm trying to make this one better to see if it'll draw more people in.
But the new pin, guys, to show you. Okay, first of all, let me show you where I got it from. It's called Gumroad is the name of the website. This was recommended on stream by Gabriel. Let's see. This is the website right here. It's called Gumroad. And I had to listen a couple of times and search a couple of different things just to understand it because I didn't understand what he was saying. I should have wrote it down. I mean, he put the links in the chat when he was telling me what it was. It's just whenever I went back to his video, he didn't have the chat replay on, so I had to kind of decipher what he was saying. But it's called Gumroad, and I guess this is for digital artists. It's got different stuff on it. But all I did was I searched for I think I just searched for the artist himself, and his name is hang on, let me pull it up here. Yeah, Clayton Henry is his name, and we'll look at some of his artwork too. Let's see, Clayton Henry. Apparently he's big with Marvel Comics. Anyway, this is his stuff here, but this is what I was looking for. It only costs $3, and this is some of his art, right? But you see the ratings people have given it, right? 94% of it, and this is 86 ratings. That's pretty good. Or 5-star. Anyway, it's a fine point brush for Procreate. So I just downloaded it and added it to my inventory on my Procreate app. But if you watch Gabe sometime, I'll put the link to his YouTube channel in here in a little bit. But check him out sometime. It makes really nice lines and stuff. It's really gorgeous. I really like it. And this is it right here. I don't know. Can I blow that up at all? Let me see. I think it's already, I've got it full screen, so I don't think I can do it that way. Let's see if I can do it this way. No, all that does is make the rest of it bigger. But anyway, you see it there. It's called Clayton Henry. Let me reset the size. Okay. It's called Clayton Henry is the name of the pencil. Ink bleed. And yeah, I'm liking it. Now, one thing I did change on it, I got to tell you, and it probably has to do with the resolution of my picture. Something I'll have to compare notes with my fellow artists here on. And by the way, if you're checking this out on a replay, Gabe, I know you're busy today. It's the first time I've ever used this thing, man. I've never. I'm learning as I go. As a matter of fact, my wrench in the chat, Vince Womack, when I'm stuck, he Googles instructions for Procreate and puts them in the chat for me to help me out. Okay, he's got Gabe's chat up there right there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get the All-American Lawman thing, the Dean Cain comic book. I'm definitely going to get that. But the only thing I changed here was under the properties, I changed the maximum size of it, because when I started drawing it, the lines were too thick. So it comes straight off a download at 3%. I tried it at 1% and it seemed to go too thin, so I went with 2%. And that's where I'm at on it. But let's go ahead and get back to what we're doing here. And I'm going to try and use it and see. But I'm going to show you the difference between the two that I've been using, all right? Here's the one I have been using for inking, right? You guys know Bakersville is the one I've been sticking with, right? It does. I'm still going to use it. These, let me get rid of the sketch real quick so you can see. Like the lettering. That is a sharp, crisp line. I like that. If you look at the line it's creating here, and like I said, this could simply be the size of my drawing. It could be that I need to expand the palette and make it more pixels, if you understand what I'm saying. But this here, it's not as sharp. It's got a little bit of a haze to it, but that's good for this kind of thing I'm doing here. But for stuff like the explosion, those lines, yeah, I'm going to keep using the other one for it. But we're going to see what we can create here with the new one here. And whenever you do this, by the way, guys, if you download one of these things, you want to download it on the iPad itself. It was so crazy. I got to show you guys this. This is the kind of things you run into that are just crazy to me. It opened up. Let me see if it's in here. Yeah, it opened up this one and put it in there. I've never used the Pocket one. Create Pocket is really for iPhones. Really, I mean, that's what they're for. And so when it did it to that one first, I was like, "What the hell?" So to get it, it was still in my downloads, and what I did was I went over to Procreate and went to the plus sign and hit import is what I did, and then I found the download I had, which was right here. You see it highlighted down there, the Clayton Henry bleed, right? And it worked perfectly after that. It just puts it in a different area. Gabe I thought it was just in the inking setup, but I found it down here and imported whenever I got to it. So there we go. So it was only $3 on that website I showed you earlier, Gumroad. Anyway, so let's see what we could create right here. Now, I think this guy's shoulder on the far left side, I think this one looks okay. This one right here, I think it looks okay. But what I want to do is I want to fix this one up on the left side. I think it needs to be a little closer to his head. And this works just like any of the other ones. If you hold it, it'll pop the curve for you. Let's get rid of the old line. And then that looks good. But the only other thing that's bothering me now is this whole arm needs to move in some, because it looks really weird, like his shoulder got dislocated or something. And you guys know this is my first time out with this stuff. I really need to learn a lot more about anatomy and so forth. We're going to go ahead and get rid of all of this. I'm going to keep the outer line, I think. But what's cool about this is, remember with the Bakersville, watch, I'll take a line and I'll draw it. But if I do it too fast, it comes out straight. Do you see that? If I go like that, it wants to keep it straight and drag it down. Now that has completely to do with the pen itself and the way it works, right? It wants to stay straight. I had to go slow to make a curve, right? Well, with this one, you put it on this one here. And real quick, the name of the guy is Clayton Henry. Let's take a look at some of his artwork. Hang on. Let's take a look at some of his work. The guy that produced this pen. Images. Here we go. Yeah, he's done some good work, looks like. This is him right here. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, that's a pretty cool one of Batman and Superman. It's pretty neat looking. Let's see. What else? Let's try some of these other ones. Oh, check out Cap, man. That's pretty cool looking right there, huh? Yeah. This guy's good. Anyway, this is the pen that he created for Procreate. That's what we're looking at here. Pretty neat stuff. Anyway, we're going to go with that one. And like I said, I think I've got it tuned to where I want it. Now, the shoulder, you really have to think about the anatomy. If I'm coming down, yeah, that shoulder's going to be pinching in close to my clavicle. So that's going to come across here, right? Closer to his head. And then we're going to have the bicep coming off of that. And that's too skinny looking, I think. But you see what I'm saying? Look, I can wiggle this back and forth like that. And it stays that way. You know? Is this thing not playing? Huh. Okay, it's not playing. You see the kind of lines I can create there? Check it out. I can either use it this way and then hold it and move the curve any way I want, right? Or I can take that same pen and do this. Hell, I can write my name. Boom. There it is. Wow. Not playing music. Sorry. Hang on. You know how it goes. Sometimes I have to turn it off doing things. Okay. We should have the music back. Let's see what they're saying in the chat. Nothing wrong with straight. It's not a sexuality thing, man. I want it to flow. I want it to go where I want it to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I got the. You should have the music back now, Vince. But anyway, you see what I'm talking about. With this pen, I'm going to get a lot more action on it, and I think I may have to up the. Because look, I tried it at 1% max, and I don't know. It just looks too thin to me. And this is another one of those that. Maybe it's not too thin. Because this is one of those things where it and this is going to be blackened in anyway. Hang on a second. Let's see if my black stuff is working today. All right, automatic. Nope. Oh no. No. That's not going to work too well. Let's get out of that. Okay. So, but you see what I'm saying? It's going to flow the way I want it to flow. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think coming across this way, putting your hands together, trying to dive in. You're not really going to see the tricep. It's more going to be more the bicep. All right. But we need to go ahead and get the shirt out this way. Bring that in. And of course, I'm going to be doing some erasing here as I go because I haven't done the sketch. I mean, I'm just freehanding this because I haven't done enough of the sketch. And that's what I was talking about earlier. I need to work on doing tighter sketches before I even get to this point. And I may go back and do some of that, in the future.
I got it done, Joe.
Did you?
Yep.
Cool. Good for you. You go. You go, man. But anyway, I'm liking this pen a lot. I really am. You can go over it and go over it. And one thing about it is thicker, more you press down on the glass, the thicker the line's going to be. I like that a lot. I think that's cool. And it also makes filling in a lot easier. I've struggled with that, with these with the app on it. So, but anyway, that is the neat thing I wanted to show you guys. I made a short about it earlier today, and put it up to advertise the show. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I think that 1% is going to work good on what I've got here. But I've really got to work on getting these things set up the way I want them. I want there to be a difference here. See, now right here, I think I'm going to go back to the other one. And I know the difference in lines, it may be, whoa, what happened there? That's weird. Shouldn't be doing that. Oh, I got the untitled brush up there. Is this something? That might be something I friggin' created and I didn't know about. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the other one here. Oh, that's way too thick. Let's try that again. And as small as this is, I may be overdoing this.
There it is.
I might want to just show this with color, the shading part, because that's one thing I'm noticing, man. You don't do all the shading with your inks. Sometimes that's too much. That's too much work. That makes it look like it's tiger stripe, doesn't it? So we might do that with color alone. All I think we're going to do here is show that it's curled over a little bit, thusly, and then maybe make a shade right here. And let's see if the fill-in wants to work now. Yep, it worked just fine. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I've got a pen that will keep up with me now. I like that a lot. Hang on a second. For some reason, it wiped it out. Let's try it again. Here we go. Get that off of there.
You know what I'm bummed about, Joe?
What's that? What are you bummed about, bro?
That I forgot that you have a show on Tuesday, in 11 days.
In 11 days. In 11 days.
Yeah, you always have a show on Tuesday is what I'm saying.
No, I don't. I used to. I don't.
Oh, never mind. I forgot the
Taco Tuesday night on Tuesdays. I used to have my video game show on Tuesdays, but
I forgot.
Nowadays I don't do it because I don't want to be up too late during the week keeping my mother up. So I do it early on Mondays now.
Yep, I remember that now. I thought of. I let it.
So you're doing your birthday stream on a Tuesday?
Yeah.
What time are you starting?
It's at 8, Texas or Chicago, either one. I mean, it's basically
That's
the same.
Central time, sir.
Yeah, I know, Central.
Well, you said Texas or Chicago is what you said. I'm taking you at your word, sir. And what time did you say?
8 p.m.
8? Okay, well, I'll be done with my show. Well, excuse me, I'll be done with Taco Tuesday. I'll be glad to come by. As long as you don't mind me showing up 2 Coronas deep, because I always have 2 Coronas during Taco Tuesday. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. No, I fixed that. The blacks ain't working. Joe, 2020. Swear to God, Vince, you could get all kinds of views on a YouTube channel. You could do like Katie does, do clips all the time. You could just clip me and just make a channel, I guess, man. He always jumps on everything I do wrong. Let's see. I knew a few Latinas that were also too thick. Yeah, well, listen to you, man. Oh my gosh, is AOC one of them, bro? Huh? What do you think? Okay, so remembering where my light source is, it's top right. So anything bottom left is going to have some shadow to it, right? So we want to remember that. And like I said, I think I'm going to use both of these pins. Like right there. See, that went straight. I wanted to curve that. So I'm going to come back over here to the new pin. And I'm just going to put a little dimple there. Draw over it a couple of times. That's one thing I noticed the other day. He was just putting lines on there. And when he wanted to make them thicker, he just went ahead and drew them. Like I'm doing right now. Pretty cool, man. I'm liking this pin a lot. I really am. Pretty damn cool. Put a shadow in between there.
Much better. Alright, so we have the thumbnail.
See, I'm shading stuff that shouldn't be shaded right now. Oh, look at you. I heard that ESPN thing. I heard it.
No, I just let them play out. Until I need something, then I normally just,
He's stretching that out, that shirt. So, and one thing I've got to research real quick is whether these guys are wearing bulletproof vests on the boat or not. You know what I mean? I have to work on that and do a little bit more research. There's a lot of research you got to do when you're doing one of these things, guys. You don't want it to look not right, especially when it comes to military stuff. Even as a bartender, AOC brought nothing to the table. No bartender brings things to the table, sir.
Yeah, so
What they got waitresses for. Let's see. You should call it what it is, a brush. When you said you got a new pen, I thought the actual tool you use it for drawing. Yeah, I think it is a brush. I'm not sure exactly. Not sure exactly. But all I know is it's doing exactly what I want it to do, man, and it looks really cool. Now I got to fix this right here. We should see tricep right here. So we're gonna tighten this up real quick.
yeah, I started a podcast.
Did you now?
Yeah.
What you doing on it?
Doing one topic per show, give or take.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. Like I did. The first one went off the rails a little bit, but it wasn't bad. Started up, I was going to do voice acting, and then we turned it into 80s talk.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. And then Monday is episode 2 with Link Twilight. So we're talking video games and maybe a little bit of sports.
You guys are always going to talk sports. Don't act like you're not going to.
Oh, believe me, we're not. I'm gonna rein it. It's not gonna be the college sports show. What? It's not gonna be that. I already have an idea for it. But anyways, and then Sunday, this Sunday, and that's Monday. Sunday is G.I. Joe Watch Up Party.
Mm-hmm.
Part 2. And we're doing the 85 G.I. Joe series.
Uh-huh.
So,
you guys G.I. Joe fans?
I haven't really watched them. I watched normally I don't, but I was trying to figure out something to do since for some reason sometimes I work on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wanting to get a show in, and I started with G.I. Joe. But But anyways.
But yeah, you see here, guys, that is working out really well. But like I said, I've got to do better in the sketching department beforehand. Because like I said, if you look at this, there are hardly any details. All I did was plot this, basically. I didn't put any details in it. And that's why you see me like cutting and pasting the other drawing I had of the helicopter in it and that kind of thing. You know, trying to cut down on the time. But I think what's going to really help me with time is if in the future, if I do better on the sketching part of it, and then, you know, then the inking part won't be. I mean, the inking part right now, I'm basically just doing it raw without even barely a pencil. You know, so
And you're gonna laugh at the name of the podcast title.
what? Okay, what's that, man?
The nation, the nation's couch.
The Nation's Couch. That's the name of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little made it shorter than my normal name on YouTube. So
Maybe you should make it Couch Nation, and then advertise it as the Nation's Couch. You know.
yeah,
These are military boots, so the soles are going to be black, you know. Man, I'm liking this pencil. Good Lord. Liking it a lot. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it a lot.
Did you go see Superman yet?
Not yet. I'm going to see it with my brother tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I've only been talking about it for like almost a year. Not much, just almost a year. Well, man, happy birthday early. You're going to be how old?
It'll be
Revealed? Oh, it's
Yeah.
a secret.
Yeah.
Ain't a secret with me, pal. I'm turning 60.
I'm younger
60
than you.
years
Okay?
old. I'm going to be Old Man Rivers. Old Man Rivers. I love it. This is so cool. I dig it. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, boys and girls, we're coming to the end of the show. Wade, your big birthday stream is the 22nd.
Yep.
And you've got videos coming out almost every day.
Every day at midnight.
Every day at midnight, he says. Look out.
And then, okay, so no show tomorrow because I gotta work.
Okay.
Sunday is G.I. Joe. Monday is the podcast.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to remember. No shows till the 22nd. Oh, mine is, I forgot the, and then G.I. Joe's 9 through 12, if I did my math right, 4 episodes will be on the 20th. I forgot to put that in there, but anyways. So, but yeah. And that is at 8:30. Normally it's 8, but I need, the co-host was like, needed to push back 30 minutes, so I was like, okay. So, anyways. But yeah.
Okay, young man. Anything
All
else?
you. That's all you.
Okay, man. Well, look, thanks for stopping by and hanging out, dude.
Yeah, sorry I was late. I
Looking
thought I
forward
was
to your
on time.
birthday. I will be 2 Coronas deep when I see you that day. And
Well, okay. I mean,
I work. Tuesday is the one day that I work during the week. During the day, you know, I'm a resident manager at night most of the time when I work.
Yeah.
But that's the one day I do all the driving for the place.
I did forget to add on the 22nd, it'll be game streams, and then halfway through it'll be Rumble only.
What
We're gonna
game
watch-
stream? What game are you playing?
A little bit of a couple different ones. It's not all going to be one. A little bit of football, a little bit of Fortnite, a little bit of Among Us.
You could take advantage of me. I'm already going to be 2 Coronas deep. You could play me on your birthday. It's our birthday week. We could have a birthday game.
And
see,
then,
you got to plan these things.
Yeah, I know. Next year.
Okay.
And then the second half, at some point it'll go Rumble only, and then I have a couple cartoons idea to watch.
Cool.
On Rumble. So
sounds good, man. Well, look, happy birthday early.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 60 that Friday, so looking forward to that.
I'm still young compared to you.
All right, boys and girls, you know you're watching Sketching the Privateer, the story of America's pirate patriot. We do it every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. So come check us out next week as I do some more work on the Privateer. Don't forget, tonight on Pop Culture Minefields channel, we're back in New Vegas at 8 p.m. Central Time for Gaming Night with John. Das Wolfen will be there to do some hacking and slaying with his all melee loadout on... It's so funny. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it, man. He carves robots up and shit. It's ridiculous. Anyway, go check it out this Friday, or tonight, excuse me, at 8 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, you've got... Take care, Juliet. It's good to see you, darling. We'll see you next time. Of course, Sunday, we've got... The Brothers Hack the Matrix. Everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2025 through today's headlines. Brothers Hack the Matrix every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central Time. And Vince says about Gaming Night with John, you mean John is finally in New Vegas? Yes, he is. Absolutely is. But anyway... Check us out, me and Highlander, back in business on Sundays at 6 p.m. Central Time, letting you know everything going on in the world and the nation and all that good stuff. And then Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time, it's time for a drink and draw with Gary over on Pop Culture Minefield, where we both work on our comic books and talk about a movie. And this week, it's going to be The Right Stuff this Monday. We're going to talk about The Right Stuff. It's a great movie. If you've never seen it, it's almost 3 hours long, but it's a great story of the test pilots became the first astronauts. It's a really, really great show. You guys go check that out, and we'll see you at 10 a.m. Monday morning as we draw on our comic books and talk about The Right Stuff over on Pop Culture Minefields channel. Then at 4 p.m. Central Time, It's Only Talk and Roll comes your way. He told me he was doing Back to the Beach, an older movie from the 80s, but I don't know. I checked his site beforehand today, and it looked like he had another game stream up, but he may be changing that. You never know. Anyway, last I heard, we're going to be doing Back to the Beach at 4 p.m. Central Time on That 70s Rock Band's channel. So you guys tune in for that, 4 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And then, of course, at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, it's time for Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. And it'll be part 14 of my first-time playthrough of Mass Effect 2. So you guys come check that out at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on my channel. And then, of course, that takes us all the way to Wednesday, another drink and draw over on Pop Culture Minefields channel at 3 p.m. Central Time, when we get together and talk about Red Heat with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jim Belushi. We're going to be doing that as we draw on our comic books. You know, Gary is finishing up Vindicated Inc., and I'm working on The Privateer. So we draw and talk about the movie on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time, right before State of the Atmosphere comes your way at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And you know what the subject is this week on State of the Atmosphere. It's going to be all Superman all the time. Everybody will have seen it by then, and we're going to be doing a review of it. Plus, of course, we're going to have the pop culture update and the Sweeney spot checking in on her. So don't worry. We're going to have a regular show, but most of it's going to be about Superman for sure. But anyway, that's at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And that brings us right back around to Friday and Sketching the Privateer. So let's check the chat one more time before we get out of here. Let's see. Of course, you want to check out Sharking for Pearls. That one is right here. Danny's page is on YouTube, but you can check out his music anywhere where you can get music at. This is it right here. This is my brother's. He's about to put out, I think this is 4 for him, or is it 3? I think this is the 3rd one. He's working on the 4th one. I don't know. It's on the list, guys. He's pumping these things out. He's constantly creating music. So you guys check out his music everywhere where you can find music at, okay? And let's see. Vince says, and Space Cowboys for an alternate version, kind of that. Talking about the right stuff. Yeah, no shit. That's pretty cool. Vince says Nick Weiser 2 is going to Superman's show today. Yeah, he's doing one tonight. I know he is. Yeah, he was on. I watched. If you watched Comics Division last night, they were all talking about Superman. He was on there. He digs it. He thought it was good. This movie, people are either loving it or they're hating it. There's very few that are right in between. But anyway, I digress. Vince says, cheerio, guys and gals. Stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a wonderful weekend. And of course, don't forget, we want you to go check out JoesAtmosfere.com. Go check out my Subscribe Star if you want to see the plotted pages of the first issue of the Privateer. They're already there. You can go pay $5 and look at them. Don't forget to do that. Give us a like, share, subscribe on all our social medias. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.